I'll come on to the economic backdrop in a sec, but I want to talk M&A. We were asking everyone this question. The deals we've seen, I mentioned GE, Alstom, and Siemens in there as well. The pharma deals we've seen. Is this, what do you guys at IG think? Is this the start of something big now? Some real big ticket deals going forward, or is this coincidence?
Well, that's a good question, and we don't know the answer just yet. I think the fact that Pfizer and Astrazeneca and the pharmaceutical sector as a whole are as well looking at there might be some real M&A activity there. Maybe it's just two big names that have, two big deals rather, that have come to the table at the same time. Maybe that's coincidence, but in the markets I'm a little bit reluctant to believe in coincidences. So we know that the corporates have been sitting on a lot of cash for a long time. Maybe finally all of that sentiment figures that have been going their way and saying how bullish and how confident people and investors are out there, maybe they've decided to take a bit of a leap themselves, and this might be the starting point. It's a little too early to tell, but we'll be watching this pretty closely.
And on the economic front, Eurozone inflation, a little bit disappointing, even though it got a bump up. We've had the Spanish GDP numbers look good. The Fed this week, non-farm payrolls Friday. What's on your radar?
Yeah, the European markets have been given a bit of a thump, and that's really on the slightly worse inflation figures. But it's not really anything that the ECB have done themselves. It's more market environments that were anticipated to help them out there. So I guess no real surprise. The Spanish figures, yes, encouraging that their GDP is moving in the right direction. But only earlier this week we saw their unemployment figures slightly worse than expected, still around about 26%. There's many a hurdle still to be cleared as far as they're concerned. But all eyes are still really focused further down the road. The figures, ADP figures later on this afternoon, and then of course non-farm payroll figures on Friday. Throw into the mix, of course, we've got May Day bank holidays in Europe tomorrow for France, Germany and Spain, I believe. So it could still be a pretty interesting week ahead.
All right, one final question on Russia and the Ukraine. Are we underplaying the risks there, do you think, generally?
I think the markets have taken it pretty well that the G7, the US and the Europeans have decided their sanctions are focused at specific people, specific companies, in an effort to try and get them to squeeze Vladimir Putin into some sort of action, rather than a more broader penalty against Russia itself. So I guess they like the idea of that. This is going to take time, though, for it to fully work its way through. So this could be hanging over the markets for a long time to come.